So in this video, I'm going to show you how I created this graduated layered bob. And this is the first step for me. I like to section the wig first, and I would also advise you to do the same. At the back of the head, I ensure that I section it into 3 different sections. This is the lowest section, and you can see that it's closer to the nape. I went in with my razor comb, and I like to use a razor comb for some certain jobs because of the density it gives me at the tips of the hair. It's quite easy to use your razor comb. All you need to do is just hold your hair, drag it, and start dragging the razor comb over it where you want your cut to be. So you need to think about the length you want your wig to actually be before you start cutting. This particular wig is going to be about 8 inches in all, so I did not mind cutting off a good length of it. So cutting your hair with the razor comb, if you experience any difficulties, just either change the place where you're cutting from. That is, if you're cutting from the top and you feel like you're experiencing a struggle, you can cut from the side. Another thing you need to remember is this razor comb actually gets clogged by hair cuticles, so you want to clean your razor comb from time to time. So at this point, I'm just taking out the matting that has been caused by my razor comb method. You can use a brush or a big comb, and you're going to get this fine result. So you can see the density of the tips of this hair is very light, and this is just what I was working towards. Now I'm taking the next section and I'm cutting it over the first section, still with a razor comb. In the end, I'm just going to drop the remaining of the topmost section of the back of this hair, and I'm going to go in with my scissors to perfect the bob. I'm using the scissors in this case because of the kind of density I want to achieve with this style that I'm aiming for. So yes, this is the bob. You can see the flow is seamless, and now it's time to add layers. For the layers, I'm going to be focusing on only the top part of the back. So I'm going to clip away the lower portions of this back. If you notice, it's like taking just 25% of the portion of the hair that you see from the back of your head. So I'm taking vertical sections and just adding layers into those vertical sections. And because of the way I want this wig to look, I'm going to ensure I point cut so that it is not too thick. Now for the front, I'm going to face frame the front first, bearing in mind where I want my layers to start, which is a guideline, and the face framing is just to add structure to the front of this hair. You can already tell that without even styling, the hair is already structured. I would recreate layers as well on the other side using my guideline, and this is just to ensure that the two sides are similar as possible. Now I want to add layers from the top of this hair, and what I would just do is I would take the closure part, split it into equal halves, and add my layers. So to add my layers, I'm just going to make the hair fall forward. Can you see how I'm holding the hair between my fingers, and then I'll cut. Now for the point cutting, I'm going to go over every section and point cut with just the tip of the scissors, the very point of the scissors. Please, you want to do this over only the uppermost section of your wig, not the base. The base does not need point cutting because you didn't add layers. I'm just going to do this adequately around. At this point, I'm done point cutting, so I'm just going to inspect and get ready to style. For the styling, I'm going to start from the very base and use a medium or small size straightener to actually get into those short parts and start creating my bob at the base. I'm going to do this up until about half of the back of this wig. At this point, you can already tell the result of this razor comb method is definitely different from what you are going to get with a clipper. As I approach the places where I actually added layers, which is the upper part of the back of this wig, I'm going to start curving and swinging my straightener to the side, meaning that I will not just tie it as a bob. So you can see that I actually swung my straightener and I curved the hair section just at the back. For the sides of the hair, I will just style as a normal bob because that is not the style that I want for the side of the hair. I want most of the drama to be at the back. So if you notice, I did that at the back, but I did not do that at the side. So please don't mix up these two. For the side again, I'm going to show you how I'm just going to bob it normally, as opposed to the back of the hair where I swung my straightener. So for the front, I wanted a better blend and a bit of more layers in front. So I just went over my existing cut layer, which I took from my closure. I'm going to do that on both sides of the wig, so I just get very similar results. So I'm just going to flatten the closure portion of my wig because I want the closure to fall forward. So I'm intentionally using my hot comb to actually direct the hair forward. To style my layers that I created on my closure, I'm just going to take the section and curve it to the back. So you want to take note of this. The way I'm holding my straightener, I literally start straight and I make the straightener slanty and drag it to the back. So remember, you start straight, you drag your straightener back and you make your straightener slanty. At the end, you get this curve. So this is me just inspecting the layers that have been created on this wig. You can see the perfection, the volume, the seamless blend of every layer that went into the back, and I'm adding neatening touches. I'm blending out with a razor comb because I noticed that there are some parts that require blending. I just use the longer portion of the razor comb to actually blend out. So one thing I really like about these layers is how blended they are, and anytime I comb to each direction I get a seamless blend. This is the layers from the side of the head. It is so perfect, it's so cute, it's so bossy. I just love this, and this is me when I tried it on. This wig is so gorgeous. It's giving cute bossy babe with the movement. Thank you for watching.